Hi lovelies, I'm having to record this a bit later on because right now, it's 5:34 in the morning, so when I say I wake up early, I really do, and I do not want to wake up my flatmates because that's rude. So anyway, this is the Fenty Beauty foundation. Oh my gosh, been so excited to get this, and this is in the color 150, and as you can see, I am super pale, and yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. Now this one luckily came with a whole bunch of samples. Oh, and the lighter shade, 150. That's handy, but it did come with a free primer. Now this primer itself is not vegan, so I was interested to just see if I would have like regret about that and like maybe beg them into like actually doing something that was vegan with it, but no. Anyway, I'm only putting this on one half of my face, and then the other half of my face I'm making sure to actually just leave completely bare so we'll be able to see what happens. The texture of that, it was a bit like a thick moisturizer. It didn't feel too silicone or mattifying or anything. Now onto the main event, just gotta pump a little bit of that out. I'm a bit nervous. Ooh, okay. Yeah, oh, that colour looks a little bit dark to me, so I'm a tiny bit timid, but anyway, we're committed, we're gonna do this, let's see how it goes. So using a damp beauty blender, this is a technical pink colour by the way, but it's one of the new baby pink ones. It looks a little bit white on screen, but I swear it's a baby. And so dabbing that down my face, yeah, it's a tiny bit dark already, and anyone that's watched like one of the other 1074 videos about this, it's definitely one that darkens. And I just put 2 more pumps onto the thing there, and we're just gonna keep on dabbing it on through. It does obviously absorb into the sponge as every single other like beauty blender like absorbs foundation, which is totally okay, just something worth noting. This is obviously a runnier formula as well. Oh, do you see that? That complete difference between my neck and my face? Definitely something to bear in mind if you are as pale as me. One thing about the colour 150, it is a neutral tone. I didn't want to go for a cool tone because I've heard that it's really, really pinky. And I got matched to 170, so you can imagine just how dark that would have been, and I'm glad I didn't go that dark. So I'm just making sure to blend this down my neck. One thing I noticed straight away from like looking back at this, the coverage. This is meant to be like a medium coverage. It's pretty good. I'm actually very impressed with it, and I'm just gonna top it with my concealers underneath, and that is how it dries down. So I'll check in a moment. Yeah. So that's what the time is looking like now. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not too offended by the colour. Now, I will just back up here so you can see like there is a colour difference between my normal skin colour and the 150. And I do feel like I need to mix it with the 120, but I did just get some Cover FX custom cover drops, but that's coming from America, so that will take a little while. So in the meantime, we're gonna see how we can suffer through this so you can see exactly what my skin is looking like. So I did use some concealer. I have not set with powder because I really want to just like put this to the test. So on this side of my face, I've actually got the Fenty primer. And I will say it did seem to blur my pores a little bit more. But again, this side of my face, there is no primer, there's no nothing. There's just my regular Mad Hippie moisturizer, which I use every day on both sides of my face anyway. So in terms of sinking into pores and stuff, I do feel like it has sunk in more where there is no primer. In terms of like the actual finish, it's not totally matte. Now it's quite matte on my cheeks, but I don't normally get very oily there anyway. But then on my nose and stuff, like there is a bit of a gleam already, and I did notice a little bit on my forehead, and I'm guessing it's probably gonna go down to my chin. The finish isn't too bad. I did find it quite easy to apply with my beauty blender, and the coverage, I did use, I think it was about 3 and a bit pumps, because I did go all the way down my neck because I was quite scared about you guys know what I mean. Like it's definitely too dark. I should probably have waited around another month or so for the 120, but I needed it. So I'll probably get home in about 12 hours and I will do a check-in then. But I'm actually quite liking it so far. Even though the colour is a bit too dark for me, I don't feel like it's going to be too big a deal. Not for me anyway. I am a little bit concerned about this oil that's already starting to get on my nose here. I wish that they went down to like a shade that was the lighter one, because I understand like you want to be able to cover like all the sandy tones and stuff, but this is still 150 and then it just goes straight up to 220 and I'm like, oh, and by the way, this packaging, I'm in love with it. I think it's so nice and chic and like having a pump. I love it. It's so much more hygienic and I just really appreciate it. And I do like the glass. It's heavy and I wanted to take this to Europe with me when we go in November. I probably still will, but I'm a bit annoyed at how heavy it is, but I guess it adds to the whole luxurious feel. Oh, and by the way, my makeup all played very well with this. Like there was no blending issues, there were no troubles in any way, shape or form. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how it made friends with everything quite instantly. So yeah, that's how it's dried down on my hand as well. And I'll see you guys later on. Guys, I'm shiny. So obviously you see the time. It's been over 12 hours. I am so shiny right now. Let's get intimate, huh? So yeah. You can really see, oh my god, it looks like I've actually got a circle on my nose. Thanks ring light, totes flattering. Anyway, so to recap, this side of my face had the primer on it, this side, nothing. So yeah. Well, just going to mention this for me, I have oily skin. You can tell I've still got spots and my skin is also textured. So good luck to anything that tries to smooth this one out because my skin's a rebel. And yeah, this actually did a pretty good job in terms of like the coverage. It hasn't slipped off, it hasn't worn off in any spots. I want to do a bit of a blotting test with my e.l.f. blotting sheets just to see exactly what this is like. Now I will say up until around about like 2 in the afternoon, so I run around quite a bit for my job and I also went outside twice. And it was like the first sunny, warm day. I went for a nice walk down by the ocean. It was lovely. But yeah, basically like I work in an air-conditioned office and things are like really busy all the time. And no matter what I try and do, I always have oily skin. I'm actually quite amazed to see that even though I use the primer on this side of my face, including down halfway down my nose, there's no noticeable difference. It's sort of blurred a little bit with the pores, but there's not really any noticeable difference. So I'm like, well, it's not vegan anyway, so I wouldn't be buying it, but that's also good to know. So it means I don't get, you know, FOMO or whatever. Like, I don't really miss food, I miss makeup. Yeah, it's like, can you just stop putting bugs and lanolin and collagen in everything? Great. Ooh. Oh god. Oh, that's disgusting, isn't it? But I do actually also want to see if this shifts. Oh my god. See, this is what I mean. Like, my skin is like a freaking grease ball. Is it looking any better yet? I don't know. Oh, it's looking much better now. It's not bringing the foundation off with it, is what I mean. Like, the foundation is staying in place. I mean, obviously I'm not just like swiping left, right and center and just trying to disturb the forces that are at play. Still looks pretty good for my skin. Like, really good for my skin, especially with no primer. Like, what is this witchcraft? I don't know. So all day it hasn't been 100% perfectly matte. That's why when it says like the whole soft matte thing, it's actually kind of staying true to what it says. Kind of looks more like skin, you know, just better. So I actually am not offended by it. I actually really like it. I'll be continuing to test this one out, but obviously like I don't want to have to keep using product all the way down my neck. Now I will say, possibly due to application, like my neck is looking a bit patchy, but everywhere else my skin looks good. Like, this is it after it's been blotted, so I can just show you. This is always oily. I'm like freaking Rudolph over here. So yeah, honest look at my flaw-filled skin. I'm actually very impressed with this. Now, one thing that I want to note is I checked on Logical Harmony this morning and this is not cleared by Logical Harmony, and I'm like, could you guys just get in touch with Logical Harmony, who many people rely on, and just say, yes, we test, or no, we don't? Because all over the Fenty website, it's like, no, we don't test, we don't sell in China, and it's made by the same people that do all of Kat Von D's stuff, and I know for a fact that all of her stuff is all now vegan, and it actually lists on the Fenty website, so the FAQs. I'll actually just list the link down below so you can just click and follow for yourself. But it says exactly which products are vegan, and it speaks about their policies, which is an awesome thing that they're being transparent about it. But for like a massive bunch of people who are skeptics, can you please just confirm or deny via Logical Harmony, because that would really help. The only reason that I did this and went against like my usual code of checking via Logical Harmony first is because I did that research. They personally didn't get back to me, just disclaimer. This is from the FAQ and also just from Google. So I don't know what they say about their policy on testing, but yeah, I don't think they do. And if Logical Harmony does have an update, I'm sure that she'll post about it. So yeah, for anyone that's concerned, that's where you can go. I don't have all of the resources. I'm still waiting for Stila to get back to me when I contacted them a month ago. I love this. And let's see, it's a transfer. Did that transfer? Oh yeah. Alright, so it does transfer when you use some force. So basically, don't be rubbing up real close to your honey. That's basically it. But yeah, I hope that you found this useful. I did try and be quite honest, and again, this is on problematic skin, and I did have to use a fair amount of product to be able to cover that stuff up. But regarding my usual cover-up jobs I had to do, once this stuff was on using the Beauty Blender, awesome. Primer, again, I will not be buying. I hope that you love this, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you again soon. Don't forget to check me on Instagram, so the handle is just BryonyClaire_vegan, and I'm live on there basically daily, sharing my food and my makeup obsessions and everything else. And there's a cat scratching at the door, because she wants to be annoying. Thanks! Anyway, I better go feed these kittens, and I will see you guys again soon. What are your opinions on this? Because this is just like that tiny bit too dark for me. I mean, look at that. Just look at it. Maybe I just need to see the sunshine more. Or fake tan. It's always an option, but there's effort. I'm lazy, really. But yeah, so there we go. 150, super pale skin. This is what you look like. Probably with less strange facials, but what you get. Bye guys.